What was it like the first time you saw Jeff after he was arrested for murder?
Oh, that was really tough. He was disheveled, you know, beard, and he hadn't slept. There were people screaming in the cells, and he just stood there like a limp rag.
What did you say to each other?
I went up to him and I said, "Jeff, I love you." I hugged him. I cried. He didn't seem to be emotionally moved. He just seemed like he was just wrung out.
Did he hug you back?
Yeah, as well as he could. He was shackled in front of him, so he really couldn't hug. But he pressed, you know, forward. But it just seemed like he was just his soul had dropped out of him.
What were his first words to you when he saw you?
I'm just so sorry. I really screwed up. It was pretty much unemotional, emotionless response. He just said those words, and he looked extremely depressed and sad.
Do you remember the feelings that went through you at that point?
Yeah, I felt really those same feelings: depression, you know, extremely well, shame, and just what a waste. The other feelings were that I wanted to still help him in some way, and I kept telling him, reassuring that his attorney said that he would get help. And I told Jeff that you really do need help, Jeff, mental help, and we're going to try to get you into this place to get the proper help.
How did you feel when you first heard about the crimes, about the nature of the crimes he'd committed?
I think it was sort of a feeling as if I were just floating above myself and observing some other person. As if I were anesthetized with something that just prevented me from feeling anything deeply. It was just a total stun, a total shock.
You went numb.
Complete numbness.
And in the moment when the pain has come through, what is it that you felt?
I felt all these different emotions come over me. How am I going to face victims, families, if I go to the trial? How can I arrange something? My feelings were for Jeff too. I sort of put myself in his place. He's totally lost. I could almost feel the total disorientation and lost, a feeling like maybe he would want to commit suicide. I felt very depressed and shamed. Just very, very depressed, just to the bottom of the pit.
Have you ever stopped loving your son?
No. No. I think that part of my continuing to want to love and support him is because I can remember him as a youth when he was innocent.
What do you see when you look at Jeff's face?
I guess the naive parent in me still says I see an innocent, shy child, a defenseless, vulnerable child who I wish I could help now. I know there are some people who say he shouldn't have any peace. The victims' families don't have any peace. But I want to see what I can do to help Jeff have some peace in his mind, because there's still things there.
Does he deserve that?
And Well, yeah, I think he does.
Was there a time when you hated Jeff for what he did?
Yeah, I think probably there was a mixture of feelings of anger and hate and disappointment and also feeling extremely sorry for what he did. You know, felt very sorry for victims and their families, and also for Jeff. The terrible waste.
Have you had a chance to sit down with Jeff and ask him why? Why did you do this? What was it?
I asked him once, and he doesn't know. I asked him, he does not know. And it seems like a stunted, short answer. That, you know, it seems like there should be more of an answer than that, but he says he really doesn't know.